Here comes the Vitara. Better late than never. There's that truck now, there it comes. Also doing really well here. With little dicky low profile tyres are doing the business. Out here at Olympic Sand Dunes, 4x4 Mecca. Is the Vitara going to be able to make its way back here? You know, it went all the way down there. Here comes the Vitara. I got a little lost, but he's back in the game. The truck goes like a bomb. There we go. Sure. Yeah. One wrong turn and you're down the other end of the track.
This is a good picture, this and this.
Yes. This is a very good picture, you're quite right.
Artwork.
This is, it doesn't get any better than this, dude.
Yeah.
Arthouse classics. The old girl got down, no problem.
Yeah, well, it went down. I don't know how to turn off ESP. Apparently you can't turn
Traction control. Yeah, it's better to have it off.
I can't turn it off on this thing. That's a negative point for this.
Negative point for the Vitara. So, and imagine what this truck would be doing with the fat tackies on.
Yeah.
Not that it's struggling whatsoever.
Not at all. It's all up to the driver, really.
Exactly.
The rear tire slipped.
And making sure you don't go off a cliff here. going.
Very smooth. Very surprised in terms of what it can do.
And
in
that's
a standard setup. Stock setup.
stock
Nothing,
standard. So
nothing modified over here. Just pure from the factory V6.
that's like something a lekker dice. That power must come in really handy on the sand.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it hasn't even gone down to the low range yet. And stay on the 4 wide, and everything seems to be working pretty well.
It's going like a Boeing.
Yeah.
So we got the big shootout today, the Grand Vitara against the Nissan X-Trail 3.2 versus 2.5. And so far there's nothing to choose between these cars.
Uh-huh.
They're both doing really well. Welcome to another edition of Africa Sideways, and we're at Atlantis Sand Dunes. We've got a big shootout going on here. The Grand Vitara versus the sexy XC 2.4 litre Vitara against the beast. Now this has been lifted with a bigger tire and it's really coming in handy here on the gravel, on the sand. Just eating it up. 225 by 75. But I must say the Vitara's got a low profile 18-inch rim and it's sailing as well. Very impressed with these cars. If you can do it on this stuff, you can do it anywhere. You just got to be careful when you're driving. You obviously never know what's down the other end. You could be getting yourself into a bit of mischief there. Beautiful. Top side, yeah. Just sails, 1 bar, which I think is the best tire pressure for this kind of thing. Granted, the sand is a bit soft. There was a bit of rain yesterday. Wall of death time. Oh, it just sails up. 2.5 isn't short of power either. Over here, you really got to be sure of your line. Your line is everything. So far, so good. It's just gorgeous out here. Can't go too fast here, but you don't know what's going to be around the next corner. It's D4. That's the big G. Oh, that is a monster. Ay. Now, yeah, that's a fine. Yeah, that's too steep there. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This car is just sailing. The Vitara is sailing. These are both around 2011. So if you're looking for these are actually two of the best off-roaders ever made. The Vitara 3.2 with a 5-speed auto, and this truck. It's just about as good as it gets. And the X-Trail here, center diff on, and she is just sailing like nobody's business. Proper like a chopper. Even with the sand softening up a bit, these cars have got no issue.
Yeah.
Proper like a chopper. So nothing really to choose between these two vehicles. How much did you pay for this guy?
Well, it's a 2009 model. Had 162 on the clock when I bought it. 128.
128, and compare what a new car of this standard would cost 500,000 rand.
I think yes.
Maybe more.
I mean, this will be somewhere between an X-Trail and a Fortuner, because it's pretty much got the same size of an X-Trail.
It's got the power of a Fortuner.
And it got a power of the Fortuners. Some of the like even more capability than some of the Fortuners. So yeah, I think it's definitely value for money.
Best deal in town.
Pity they don't make them anymore.
Yeah.
They discontinued the 3.2 in 2011, and they discontinued the 2.4 in 2019. And what's really sad about it is that 3.2 is far more superior car in my opinion than a 2.4. Don't get me wrong, 2.4 was very capable as well, but there's something just satisfying about driving this 3.2 V6. Just can't compare that to any other vehicle.
And there's whispers of a free flow exhaust going on here. What's that going to do to the performance?
Well, hopefully that there's a little bit of a rattle, a small noise coming out from the manifold. So thinking about going free flow, but there is a debate around whether computer sensor is going to be able to pick that up, or it's going to complain about it. So there is the word "stay out" on the street for that. But coming down here on the highway, I can actually feel the overtaking, or at fourth gear, you can actually hear that rattle. So it is something that probably need to be done from the comfort and from the reliability perspective. But we have to see how the computer reacts to it afterward.
Yeah, exactly. So these are basically this would probably be about 100, 120 as well. So if you got 100, 120k and you want a great SUV, you can't go wrong with either one of these vehicles.
Well, the thing about it is that it's Japanese, right? So
these were made in Japan, which makes a difference as well.
These were both made in Japan, and because of that reliability, it's top notch. I don't think you can find any other. Well, Toyota also.
But I don't think a RAV4 would handle as well on the sand.
No, I don't think. No, not at all. I don't even think they will have the clearance for it. I mean, RAV4 is pretty much gravel road, right?
Yeah, and it's front wheel bias. Now here we are inside the mighty V6. In its day, it was probably one of the fastest SUVs around. Could probably keep up with the German SUVs.
It's not a slouch today, so.
Neither today is a slouch, especially with the smaller engines they're putting into the cars.
You can actually feel that it's not really even pushing the engine a lot. You can just kind of like, cruise with it.
Exactly, yeah, we're coming up to a nice steep bit. So this is Aye-Htun's first time on Atlantis, but you wouldn't know it. Veteran of a few trips to Nam.
Now taking it very, very cautiously.
Or was it Mozambique you got out on banana peels or something?
Yes. Stuck there by myself in a Freelander 2 in a sand like this. So the only thing that I can do was banana peels. So let's see here.
And you got the girls to push. Well, there we go. This one seems, does this have a little bit more clearance than the 2.5?
No, exact same clearance.
Exactly the same. Because it goes really nicely. Well, hello. At least somebody's made it before you in a car.
So
really,
take it easy.
Really short front end, which is great for off-roading on this. I'm tempted to think it doesn't even need a lift.
It doesn't.
Maybe just a batch plate, and when these tires are done, a bigger set.
If you take it to the dealership, the purists, they will not advise on the lift. The enthusiasts will love to have the lift. The dealership will only recommend just have a bash blade,
Yeah.
more than good enough for you.
Exactly. There we go.
Just go straight out.
Yeah. If not, why not?
And
Right.
again, this is stock. There is no modification, nothing whatsoever. The only mods, it's the hand control.
Yeah. So we got the hand. How do the hand controls work?
Well, it's two independent system. Works pretty much on any automatic vehicle. It's clamp itself down on the brake pedal and the accelerator, and then bring it up to the thumb and the palm. The thumb does the acceleration and the palm does the braking.
Okay. That's quite a nifty system you got there.
You can take it anywhere in the world with it.
It's less complicated than I thought it would be.
Okay, where am I going?
You could maybe just
Let's turn around.
hook it back. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, on the sand. The Vitara is very capable, and these are with 225 by 60 on an 18. This is a low profile tire, and you wouldn't know it.
On a Geolander.
No, these are general grabbers.
Oh,
The
general grabbers.
The highway terrain. So general grabber, Dunlop. Aye-Htun might be looking for a set of tackies. Great guy to sponsor. Get in the game.
We'll love that.
This is a good test for the truck. You see 1 bar and it's just no dramas. You try that at 1.5 bar, you finished.
Woo.
But you say one thing is you can't find the traction control button.
There is a traction control button. There's an ESP button off, but it comes back after a certain amount of speed. So you can't turn that off, unfortunately.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Let's hope that nobody's coming on the other side.
Thankfully, those quad bikes, you can hear them coming a mile away. And
How
with,
would you like that?
and with the automatic gearbox, it's seamless.
Which way did I come from? There? Left?
Or I can see the car up there. This reminds me of the 4-litre Toyota Prado engine, the V6. It's got a similar purr.
Hoping that purr will be a lot more prominent. Okay, first time it's got stuck properly. Okay, let's.
Wall of death. 1 Vitara 0.
This might actually be a bit ambitious,
It's
but
maybe a momentum game more than anything else.
so momentum gains, so no low gear. Stick in maybe a low gear.
Well, just 2 different techniques. Either can work.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is low gear. Okay, there we go. He's gonna make it easy this time. On demand. So that's quite a nifty little gearbox. You got old school gearbox, 5-speed, and it's not CVT, isn't it?
And stay on full high, not
Yeah.
even on low range yet.
So you're gonna have to take this bad boy to Namibia.
Oh, that's the idea.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. So there you go. It definitely feels. It feels a little bit more luxurious. Is this must be the top of the range executive model?
This is the top of the range that Suzuki brought up, and that's another reason why it's very disappointed that it's no longer available in the market.
The good thing is that yours will keep on going up in value as a result.
As more and more people find out about it, they don't actually last too long on classifiers, especially the 3.2. They go quite quickly as soon as people find out about this.
Exactly. So there you go. That is a beautiful piece of kit. Seats are all leather seats inside.
Luxury. Talk about luxury.
Luxury.
Leather seats.
Yeah.
Heats. What do you call?
Heated seats.
Heated seat over here on both. In the front. Really good, finish on the trim.
Yeah.
And solid. You don't have the flex.
Yeah.
That
I like that it's a bit softer plastics than some of the newer cars.
Yes. Yes.
And the great part of these is the legroom in the back, because it's probably not got the biggest boot, but the legroom in the back is class leading. But it doesn't have a small boot by any means. And how do you find having the swing door? I suppose the swing door rear end works well for your chair.
Yeah, being in a wheelchair, it's actually a lot easier for me to have a swing door.
Yeah.
Anything that opens to the top, I can't reach, so we have to like modify a little bit to get it down. But this is perfect for me. Yeah, and perfect in a way that I'm also a hand cyclist.
Yeah.
So putting a bike through in that, it's a lot easier than opening up to through the top. So yes, and a lot of people don't necessarily like the swing door, but I love it.
Works for you.
Yes.
And you can get these seats probably quite flat as well, I'd imagine.
They do fall down and they actually go even further up. I'm not
If
quite sure.
if you put those forward, then the whole thing goes down.
Yeah.
Very, very groovy.
There's a bit of a depth in the boot as well, even though it doesn't look so big. There's a depth in it.
Because I was about to say, it's probably easier for you to change tires having the wheel there.
That's right. The spare tire is also in the back and not in the boot, so easier for me to pick it up and take it out of it. And a lot of people also modify the depth at the back for extra, drawers and
Extra storage
area there. Yeah.
Exactly. With the X-Trail has the drawers, yeah, you got the space.
Yes.
This is the best place to have a wheel as well. So there you go, very, very well thought out vehicle. Much like the X-Trail, you're really not going to go wrong with either of these. But if you want to kick in the pants power, the V6 is for you.
It's also sure that you don't have to spend so much money to have this 4x4 adventures.
Exactly.
You can actually spend some decent amount of money to also kit it up as well. But with the way the vehicle market is going, second-hand cars are really viable these days, and you can have really, really good second-hand, reliable second-hand that you can still have lots of fun with.
Exactly. Instead of spending 500k, buy this for 120 and you got 370,000 rand of traveling money. Give it with a bit of change. Didn't you say the headlights are also very good on this truck?
There is a neon xenon headlights on the high beam. Yes. Also, again, I haven't done anything to it. Stay stock, and it does very well at night.
Does the business. This is the sexiest part of the car right here. The V6. You can see the X-Trail's been through a few more wars though. This old girl's gone to hell and back and keeps on coming. Gorgeous out here at the Olympic sand dunes. So we call it a tie, 10 out of 10 for either one of these vehicles. We'll catch you next time, Africa Sideways.